Oh my gosh. Who's going to win this one?
There it is! Jeremiah Millar.
Justin Bieber?
Yep. Without black slacks again. And got it, too. My goodness.
And you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Well, boop, 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 as Ricky Bobby says, I don't know what to do with my hands there. Sean Green, Will Stuart, Nick Dichiria here. Welcome to the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. This, of course, is division number 2, as we got Chris Watson taking on Jeremiah Berger tonight. What's your thoughts here, Sean?
Oh, buddy. Tonight, Chris Watson, winner of 7 straight matches. And, of course, Jeremiah Berger, who just lost the King Seat match, will battle it out for a spot in the finals to play against Brett Hollanday, guaranteeing at least $1,500 with the chance to win the $2,500 championship prize. The loser tonight will get 3rd place, and that's $1,000, and that's okay. And, buddy, Chris Watson has won the CSC Challenger Series Division 2 doing this exact same thing, losing the very first match and then running all the way back through. Do you think he does it again?
I'm going to be honest with you. Straight off the gate, I've got him in this match over Jeremiah Berger. So I've got him going to the finals once again. Will it be that way? I don't know. We'll have to find out. But I think that he's just a man on a mission right now, losing that first one out and coming back around. And, well, this is round number 9 for him, which is crazy. 115 games as well.
Yeah.
As we'll go ahead and just take it on over to what do you say, Chris Watson, and we'll take a look at the tail of the tape.
Yeah, you got
so,
the. Oh, you go for it.
I was about to say bar darter here, 20 years, target Carrera, C19, 18 gram barrels. We said the 115 games. How about 4.51 MPR throughout those games at a 60% win rate, a total 9 mark count of 43, 148 7 marks, 151 5 marks, and 15 white horses. A massive line there for Chris Watson.
Yeah, I cannot tell you. He's in first place, obviously 9 marks, but it's kind of an unfair advantage, right? He's played 115 games. That's like 34 more than the next closest person. So his numbers are definitely inflated. He's first, surprisingly, in all of those categories, except for average. Average, he's like 6th overall, but a 4.51 when he started in the threes. Remember, he started in the threes. So raise that average up significantly. He just keeps getting better and better as this tournament goes on. And on the other side of the fence, you got Jeremiah Berger playing out of the Union Eagles in Motor City Darts. Maya is his nickname. Original. I like it. He's been playing for 17 years, and he throws the Randy Fern Blackout 18.5 gram darts. His average is a 4.42. It was a 4.43 last week. And he has a 52.8 or a 53.1% win rate, like it says there. But 27 9 marks with 3 white horses. He actually had 9 last week total. He has 99 7 marks, 108 5 marks, and 81 games. So again, I believe that's a 34 game difference between the two players. That's an insane amount. That's 2 complete matches going the distance.
Yes, it is. It is kind of quite the difference there between games, but for Jeremiah Berger, this is round 6, and of course we mentioned for Chris, round 9 for him. Does that have a factor in this match? I guess we'll have to find out as we're awaiting these guys getting off and ready here momentarily. It looks like Chris is choosing to throw with a hat on this evening. That's something we haven't seen from him, I don't think, other than like maybe the early stages of this CSC.
I just think it's cute that he thinks it's going to stop us from making bald jokes. Hey, Hey, if you've never watched before, let's go over the format and specific rules for the CSC Challenger Series. First rule of CSC Challenger Series, share CSC Challenger Series. It's unlike Fight Club. Opposite of Fight Club. Tell everybody. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your sister who lives in Hawaii. I don't care. It's a double elimination style tournament. These guys are playing for third place tonight. They will play a race to 9. So sit back, relax. We've got a 2-hour affair on our hands. Best of 17 legs, all cricket with a cork or 3-dart count up to start the match. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. If either player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until the deficit is reduced to 2 legs. This is the PPD player advantage rule. If we go the distance and we go for speed, the players will cork for a start in the last leg decider. I cannot wait, buddy. Here is the 3-dart count up for the cork. Do we see a 180?
That is the question. Do we see one?
No.
Won't see one from Chris. Possibly one from Jeremiah. Chris rocking the Dark Horse Classic jersey once again, that Booyah Cup jersey. Maybe he feels it's a little lucky jersey action going on.
I like it. I like it.
Just a triple needed here. Does he
You can
go for the bull?
How does he not go bull? You gotta go bullseye there, Maya. You gotta go bullseye. Everybody knows that. Hey, let's get this party started. Chris Watson will get the start in this. And A to Z Darts is giving away the winner's choice of any custom CSC jersey design to one lucky person who enters our live stream giveaway. They are featuring the brand new Boom Goes the Minnesotan. You may choose any CSC branded design or any of the other Boom Goes the Dynamite jerseys. Tonight's raffle winner will get personalize their jersey with a name, choose the preferred collar type, and pocket type, if any. And A to Z Darts just launched their L style along with the previous Fit Flight Autism Awareness exclusive design created by A-Z Darts in-house team. Rock the phrase, accept, understand, love for the month of April, or browse their other designs by searching for exclusive designs by A-C. Their apparel company, Magic Wear, also included the state of Minnesota to the Boom Goes the Dynamite jersey series. This one will leave you howling as Minnesota is home to the second largest population of wolves in the USA. Get your Boom Goes the Minnesotan custom jersey over at magicwear.com in the Ready Designs section. Just leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button, let us know where you're tuning in from, who do you have in this one. Boom Goes the Dynamite there for Chris Watson, our first one on the evening, and you will automatically be entered in for tonight's giveaway.
Quality job there, buddy. My word, that was a mouthful and a half.
Did you take a nap?
I could have taken a little snoozer there for a second if I chose to, but Jeremiah, a nice 5 mark there, but Chris Watson out in front in the 20s to start us off. 6'5", 5'5". Do we see this throughout?
My expectations say slightly no, but I think high fives will be a good winning number for tonight. And I'm not talking about the slapping hands.
I was about to say, I was like, are you talking Heather Fuller there at the Bull Shooters in Phoenix?
Hey, that would have been hilarious. But shout out to everyone in the chat tuning along with us. Cannot tell you how much we appreciate it. We got our Wisconsinites. Ryan O'Flynn is in there. Leslie Gardner. Chris McKenzie saying Watson 9-5. Jake Lanners. Piers, Minnesota. Watson 9-7. What do you think, buddy? What's yours? What's your prediction?
I picked Chris, but I don't know if this one's going to go the distance or if I think it's going to be like a 9-5. That's where I'm stuck at. I'm going to go 9. I'm going to go 9-7, Chris.
Dynamite. 9-6, is that what you said?
9-7.
Hey, and he holds up his own sign. I love it. That's what we like to see from Jeremiah Berger. Holds up his own Boom Goes the Dynamite sign. Mr. Watson, you have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have been found wanting on these Boom Goes the Dynamite signs.
That is great. That was fantastic.
Oh boy. That was awesome.
Yeah, I got to take a second to kind of regroup there. Anytime you do something out of the ordinary, you got to take just a second.
The craziest part about that is that, all jokes aside, that was a huge moment for that 9 mark because it completely changed the tables here.
Well,
That
look at
dart
me.
was way outside.
Took that stab at the 18s before
Yep.
going back to the 16s there to pad some more points. Now here is a big one for Chris, and he knows it. He's taking a second. Both these guys are going to see that throughout the evening. When it comes to pressure darts, both of them are going to take about 3 to 5 seconds before they go to the line and throw. Yeah, he had to stay there, and
Doesn't get the point lead.
unfortunate.
Ethel tuning in from Texas, going for Chris Watson. Jennifer Locke in the chat saying good evening, gentlemen from Rockford, Illinois. That is the better half of Mr. Paul Rogers.
Yeah, look at the Lost Boys
Big
darts
dart.
in there. I
Yeah,
think they're
shout out
tuning
to
in
them.
from Utah. I think that's where they're at.
Bonjour, Mr. Richard.
How did I know you were going to just hit him right off the bat?
What's up, Mustache? Jeremy Byrne in the chat saying, let's go, Chris Watson. And Chris Watson. Chris
Here we
Watson.
go.
What a
Big.
time for the 8 mark.
Huge
Wow.
darts there. You see a subtle high five from one of the supporters in the back. And Jeremiah, no hesitation right after it.
Yep.
Trying to add pressure.
Well, do you hit 3 bowls or not, Chris? This is leg number 1, and it is a battle. Guys, hit that share button. This is just the start of how this is going to be tonight. Back and forth haymakers in the mid to high 5s. You love it. And that first dart is a huge miss. That's a bigger miss.
Anytime you put that pressure on early in the match, it's a make or break opportunity. And unfortunately, Chris is not able to do it. Yeah.
Definitely a break opportunity for Jeremiah Berger.
Needing 2.
Well, that'll do it. 1-0 lead, Michigan over Arizona.
Well, folks, reminder, share this around. Help us get the word out. Our CSC Challenger Series is still in play. We've got the finals of Division 1, where Leonard Gates will take on Mike Maloney once again, and they battle a rematch of what was an intense battle for the king seat. Also, we've got these two going at it now to play potentially Brett Hollanday in the finals. So potentially a couple more weeks of action. Ray Mitchell saying, I love the crowd for Berger. Man, there's a pretty good crowd for both of these individuals. We must say, Chris has had a lot of support from his bull shooter gang. What is it? Mixed doubles? Is that right? That goes on?
Yes. Wednesday night is the mixed doubles league. Big white horse there.
Gallop away, sir. Gallop away. He's got horsepower tonight.
Chris Watson is running away with this leg. Maya already broke the throw in leg number 1. He's going to stay right there and try to fill it up. Trip 7 on dart 3. Brian Henry went for the reach on the sign.
They've got a plethora of signs back there. I wonder how many we're going to see this evening.
I'm going to guess a plethora, which is a great word choice, by the way.
You're welcome. Welcome.
Way better than archive.
I really hate you sometimes, but that's okay.
Well, that's weird because I love you. Look at this. Maya almost takes away all of the scoring opportunities. And, well, this has become a little bit of a game, huh? Just a little bit. Heather Fuller
just a
says
touch of a game.
Heather Fuller saying Chris Watson 9-7. She thinks her buddy Chris is going to lose 7 games.
Surprising take there from Heather, but hey, she still got him out in front. It's an honest take.
Well, Heather watches almost every stream. If there's someone's opinion in the chat I trust, she's definitely one of them. Even if there's a slight AZ bias in there. Although, I don't know, both these players are looking really good. We saw, and Jeremiah Berger's the first one to say it, he was not happy with how he came out so slow against Brett Hollanday, and he spent the time on the board trying to get it worked out. But Chris Watson's playing the best he's ever played right now, so I really think this one has a good chance to go the distance.
Mike Maloney in the chat, our king seat holder for Division 1, who will do battle against Leonard Gates on Monday night, as Chris Watson takes leg number 2, 1-1 scoreline now. All right, Mike, I will be seeing your opponent, Mr. Gates, this weekend, as will be Will Stuart. What is one question you want us to ask him?
How does it feel to take a ride on the Pony Express?
What?
As Chris Watson just did that a little bit earlier in that leg, making this 1-1. What's up, Nick?
I was just going to say, I like how you guys asked the question to Mike Maloney, and then we're both quiet as if you were waiting to hear him respond. It just was making me laugh over here. Don't mind me.
Oh, you didn't have him on call? I thought you said you had him on call.
No, but he did actually get a little shout out by Chris Watson in Chris Watson's interview, so pay close attention for that one, Mike.
What wasn't I told?
Someone lining it up in the background. You see that? He's like, yeah, buddy.
Lined up that 7 mark. There you go. I'll ask him that. What is your mask of choice this week, Gates? Oh, boy. Well, guys, do you want to know that I'll be eligible to play in major PPD events like the CSC Challenger Series? How about Tournament of Champions?
Let's hear it.
Well, players become eligible for those by playing in PPD leagues and daily remote tournaments, or DRTs. Leagues are starting daily, so get involved by going to dartstoc.com and checking out the map. The map will show any location with G3 boards within the PPD system. They are always accepting new members, so if you're not seeing anything in your area, just have your vendor contact them on the website. From there, players can sign up for leagues on the website. It doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing 1 league a week will keep a player eligible for this event and TOC in the future. Again, go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today.
Well, it's Watson off to the races so far in this leg, as he's looking to steal and break throw potentially. Potentially. I think I said potentially. Oopsies.
What's up, Steve? Sorry, I like this comment. 9-8 Todd Wigman says, I don't care who wins, I just want max dart action. I love it. Dagger Dan Taylor. What is going on, sir? Congratulations on your recent announcement. Jeremiah Berger looking at the 16s. Needs at least a 5 to get that point lead. Gets that done. Chris, though, can just do a little mop-up duty here. I can almost hear Alyssa shout that.
Taking that second, I can hear my son shouting upstairs.
Yeah, I feel bad. My baby's been up for the last hour or so. She fell asleep early, and we thought, oh, this can't be too good to be true. Guess what? Too good to be true.
Don't worry, my son's in that stage of all chaos. Like just madness.
Yep.
He's found his downstairs mix up and he's very interested in that. Even trying to put sunglasses on today.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my
buddy.
goodness. Well, Berger's fighting here. He's doing everything he can. He's 166 to 130. He's going to try to pad some more. Does he take a look here? He will at the 19s and at the 20s. How
Got
about
him.
that?
Hits the Maloney double, which I'm sure he loved me calling it that. Johnny Jenkins, what's going on, sir? Of course, I'm going to rock that New York jersey. Going to be close to there this weekend, up in Jersey City.
We want to be a part of it. New York, almost.
I looked up best pizza in Jersey City today, as I honestly did that.
Oh, dude.
Raza is where we're going.
McKeely's, Healy's down the street of from the White Eagle. Good old chicken cutlet sandwich, it looks like.
Oh, here
That's
we
on the
go.
menu. Here we go.
The old chicken cutlet thing again.
Oh, goodness.
All right, well,
And
I'll go get something that I can't get anywhere else, and you can get your chicken cutlet.
Well, Chris kind of in a little bit of a tough bind. He's got to hit, what, 5, 6 of these here?
Not going to hit enough of them now.
Yeah.
Definitely not. That is a brutal miss, but at the end of the day, it's just a hold a throw for Maya Berger. You just hate to have a leg where your opponent throws a 4 and you don't take advantage of that.
I just want to say, I know Eric was kind of half joking in the comments about the thermonuclear backfire, but that's exactly what that was.
Yep.
When Watson took his first attempt at the 16, he had 4 numbers up and a slight point deficit, but Jeremiah punished it by not only expanding, but getting through those numbers and put so much pressure back. And right now you're seeing Jeremiah being favored, even though Chris is going to do anything he can to get out of it.
Like, this is not
right
over.
in the
This
heart.
leg's not over.
Yeah, that first start is right in the heart.
But he can go left, right, center. It's not going to matter.
If
Just
he
throw it
can
hard.
Yeah, if he can find it, he'll be 2 points down here.
And try to
Nope.
guide it. Can you say something so I can interrupt you again? Sorry, buddy.
Oh, okay. Here, doors open.
Wide.
And what hasn't been the best of legs average-wise, but has been a gritty back-and-forth battle. Chris had his opportunities early in this one to put this away, and Berger clawing back.
Not enough.
Man.
Both of them throwing 3.56 in this leg. This is definitely going to be one of the lower average legs, but it's going to be one of the best legs that we've seen. Just back and forth, back and forth. Can Maya close it out? That is a nervy first dart. That is not. 2-1 lead. For the Michigan man.
Just a little bit of nerves early in this one.
Guys, let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you have in this matchup. Remember, A to Z Darts is sponsoring a live stream giveaway tonight. A to Z Darts is giving away the winner's choice of any custom CSC jersey design. They are featuring the brand new Boom Goes the Minnesotan. You may choose any CSC branded design or any of the other Boom Goes the Dynamite jerseys. Tonight's raffle winner will get to personalize their jersey with a name, choose the preferred collar type, and pocket type if they prefer one. I know I prefer a good pocket. Are you a pocket guy, Will?
On the jerseys,
Yeah.
I enjoy a tucked pocket. I do, sir.
Yep.
I like the old insert to place the darts in whenever I'm done getting beat in the first or second round. Or, if you're not a pocket fan, A to Z Darts does have nice glass dart rings.
Yes, they do.
Grab one of those to wear your darts around your neck. Pretty cool.
The lucky blown glass rings. I wear that every single time I go to an event still, especially because it has like a little mushroom inside it as well. It looks so cool looking. Definitely worth it. By far one of my favorite dart accessories. And I had it before I ever worked for A to Z.
Will Wallace asking, where can we view these jerseys? Magicwear.com. MAGICWEAR.com.
Yeah, they got some great designs there. I mean, and they've had an influx of jerseys coming out lately. I mean, just tons of jerseys recently just coming out. So I like that magical AF jersey myself.
Yeah, it's a good
pretty
one.
cool design.
Mike Holland? No, yeah, thank you for supporting, for putting the right answer in there. Waterford, Michigan. Michael Boone rooting for Mr. Maya Burger, and I hope the audio is not lagging for anyone else because that's probably my audio. Perfect. Maya looking to get the point lead back, does so. Look at these averages in this leg, 6.0 to a 5.5.
A little bit above the triple bed there for Chris. Not able to find it. Those are tough darts to work around.
Yep. Right now he's calling Maya Burger a tryhard. It's like, why you gotta be such a tryhard, man?
Exactly what he did to us at TOC last year.
Big darts from Maya Burger. Great sixth mark to keep up that average.
Brian Henry dang near jumping out of his seat for that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a big round. I don't know if you noticed, Brian's still fired.
He's still fired from his button pushing job. We haven't fired him from the audience view yet as we get a 9 mark there. I'm surprised our cameras haven't broken.
Dynamite.
Sorry to cut your boom off, but...
No, that's all right. I like the whispered one. That was nice.
You got to get them all out of your system before this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to be super serious this weekend.
No, I'm excited for this weekend. If you're not tuning in to the cross-border challenge, a little steel tip action, definitely do so.
You might even get to see my face on a pregame show on Friday night. Unless someone more handsome is there and present.
They did try to call me.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be there. So, just kidding.
Sorry, handsome and talented.
Oh, there we go. That's where you draw the line, and then I'm well thrown out of the book. I don't want to come in and archive things up.
All right, Jeremiah Burger, 15s, got him. 16s. No, staying. Now's he gonna look? He does and hits it. That's a big dart. You can see the support in the background.
Nice 6 mark. Could potentially have the chance here to steal 2, or sorry, I guess wouldn't be a steal of 2, but it's certainly going to feel like it after Chris got off to that hot start in the last leg.
Oh, and this is separation, right?
Yeah. It is. And Brian Henry said it was not fired, but promoted to sign management and drink coordinator.
That does sound like a more important job. I'm going to be
It
honest.
does. 2 for the price of 1, bud.
It's like going from caddy to swing coach, you know?
Oh, my arm. It's broken.
Well, Chris Watson needs 4 bowls to hang on to this leg.
In the chat, where did that reference come from? If you know, throw it in there.
Oh, big first dart.
Huge dart.
Come on,
Needs
one
more.
Got it. Chris Watson. Big win. Eric Larson, I disagree completely with you. I think the guy in the black needs to go harder at Chris. Maybe do a couple chest bumps from time to time would be nice and appreciated.
Yeah, that was what 4.56, 5.26 there. So quite the steal from Chris Watson.
Colin Rath. Speaking of beautiful voices, excited to see my brother from Philly this weekend.
Definitely be a fun one.
We got the chat is giving the right answer.
Yeah, a couple the Rodney Dangerfield, a couple Caddyshack references. Can't go wrong.
I would have gotten that quick, but I was not paying attention to you.
I assumed because I was like, Sean Shirley should be all over this. And Shirley, don't call me Shirley. For going
Airplane.
references here.
Wow, Nick even knew that one.
I'm surprised on that one.
It's
That
my
was
favorite
well
movie.
before he was born.
It's by far one of my favorite movies, though.
Well, Franny's in the chat saying his name is Brad. Brad, don't change, buddy. You see, Chris said something to him right now.
Is that some is that a lip sweater we got there from him as well?
Huh?
Is that a lip sweater we got from him as well? That his buddy in the background? You don't know what a lip sweater is, guys? That's called a mustache, fellas.
For sure, Brad's got a mustache. His name's Brad. What do you expect?
Boys, you need to get up on your hockey references.
I just went to a hockey game on Friday night. Took all the ladies. They had a great time.
Yeah, good old hockey game's always fun. ECHL. Can't go wrong. 20s
No.
is the look for Berger. There's a big triple. Does he take a look? He does.
Yeah, he does. And he hits it. He is aggressive when it comes to shooting those hero darts. Although that was a very well-timed one. Score here 2-2 in favor of the Bears. Guys, hit that like button, hit that share button. Jeremiah Berger, Chris Watson. Third place match. The loser gets $1,000. Boom goes the dynamite from Jeremiah Berger. The winner earns the right to play Brett Hollanday in the finals next week for an opportunity to win $2,500.
Berger taking a ride on the Pony Express here, looking for the 3-2 advantage going into the next leg. Reminder, we do take a short break after our seventh leg of action. Some interviews with the players before we return for the conclusion of this match. So you are warned.
I will say it is awesome to see how much better these guys interview from like the first time they're on stream to the seasoned veterans of interviewers that they are now, or interviewees. It's pretty cool to see. The interviews get better and better. The players help that. Of course, Dirachi asked some very great questions. Well done again this week. You guys want to stay for those interviews. They're great.
I think that's part of the CSC and what we've kind of developed now is it's good for people, you know, experience wise as we kind of grow the game here in North America. As those interview opportunities are going to becoming more often. So you got to be ready for those interview opportunities. I mean, you're even seeing the likes of like Kenny Doyle, who's went from kind of yes answers, no answers to now kind of more in-depth answers and let you know how he feels about certain situations, even turning on the camera, whether he's in his car or at the
right
beach.
outside it.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Jeremiah Berger wins that leg. 3-2 scoreline. We saw a break of throw in leg number 1. Since then, it has been chalk with the darts. And of course, that favors Jeremiah. However, there is no extension, really. No break of throw is needed at any time by Chris Watson, and he can still win this match. Nate Bold asking what our dart setups are. So what are we throwing? I'm gonna start with say again.
I believe he's asking what the players are. These guys are using.
Yes, and then he said also, what do you guys use?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I stopped reading after first half. I started pulling up the notes on what the players are throwing.
Yes. So I know that Jeremiah Berger throws the Randy Fern, the Magnetos, 18.5 gram darts. I forget what Chris throws.
Target Carrera C19s.
There you go. I do not know what their flight and stem setups are. We don't get that in depth with the questioning. Although maybe we should, you know? Make a note of that. We should get that in depth with them. I throw L style to the point streaming flights on my setup. Will?
I'm actually been using the.
Did you guys see that? You guys called out for a chest bump and they did it for you after that
Yes.
9. Did you? That was amazing.
Boom goes the dynamite.
I could not let that one slide.
Nor should you have. Thank you.
that
And
is
how
cool.
about that?
As we see the tree of life in the background. That's actually a mushroom cloud, but whatever. It looks like a tree.
Welcome to Good Burger. 9 marks it right back.
That was a good one. Home of the good burger.
I'm taking orders for 9 marks.
Well, Burger's going to need to find the 18s or 16s here. I wouldn't have blamed him for going to the 16s. It's been his friend early in this one.
Well, unfortunately, his friend there was 111. I think the chest pump took the wind out of Chris. Having to regroup after that one. Also, that tells you if they're listening to us. I apologize for our statements that we made earlier. Actually, never mind. I had your back.
We never know who's listening these days. I mean, shoot, Gabe was in here commenting and listening during his match with Kenny. That was just absurd.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't do it. That's because I hate my voice, so I wouldn't want to listen to myself for all of that time.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here, bud.
Yeah.
Big trip 16, but is it going to be enough with Watson coming up? Just needing a couple to go ahead and close us out. I'd go to him early. Go ahead and get rid of him.
Yeah, now.
6.75, 5.25 here.
Yep. No reason to play with it. He tried to go bull and dart 2 to leave the kill shot when he returns and ends up maybe playing with a little bit of fire. Big first dart there. Oh boy. Oh. He wanted 9, but 7 punishes just enough, you know? Just enough.
Big trip 15. He can take a shot here.
Didn't punish enough at all. Just not enough, you know? Eventually what I say is going to be right. If I just keep backtracking, you know?
Eric's asking about the shot clock situation. Burgers doesn't because I think we're viewing the game screen
Yep.
from Chris Watson's perspective. So instead of flipping the game screen every turn, we're only seeing Chris's point of view. So that's why you're not seeing that shot clock on his side of things.
He just did the bend and snap. Did you see that?
Yes.
Don't know who he was trying to impress there. But if El Woods can pull it off, so can he. Here we go. Leg number 7. Tie ball game so far. Not surprised. I definitely have this one going the distance. I had that going the distance from the start. Man, I feel like Chris just doesn't run out of gas. I feel like he keeps getting better and better and better. But at the same time, Maya got better and better and better as last week's match went on. So whoever wins the diddle in the last leg wins. That's the best I can do.
I guess we'll see if that happens or not. These guys definitely are mechanics at the Aki. They're definitely not rhythmic players. They're kind of promptly set themselves up before throwing their darts. Big 6.
All right, Chris, going to look down at the 19s. Trying to get more than the 6. So I want to give a huge shout out on Tuesday. So last night I had to play in a no handicap singles league against our Indiana state champion, Bullet Lee Jones. And best of 15. What do you think the final score was?
Oh, you're thanking him, so I'm going to guess that it was pretty close. So you said best of 17?
Best of 15.
Best of 15. Okay, so 9-6. But let's be honest, that's pretty high.
9-6 is being way
Generous.
way too generous to me. I said Indiana state champion, the current one. Like it was like he played with a bat toy. I'm pretty sure I averaged my best cricket average of the entire session. And I was undefeated up until playing him. But just felt like still a bat toy. I'd be like, oh man, all right, good to start with a 7. All right, I got a 6 mark to follow. And I'd turn around and 18, 17, 16s, and 15s are closed. And I'm like, what the heck just happened? Like what?
Sometimes
what
it goes like that.
This bat toy won 1 leg. And it was because I threw a 7 darter in 301 going first. Because thank God he didn't hit the 6th dart. That was the best I could do. 14-1.
My goodness, that's a good old whooping if I've heard one.
You know what? Honestly, it was so impressive. I wasn't even mad. Yeah, Dan Jones was the first to say 14-1, by the way.
Well, interesting leg here in this one, 5-5, 5-0, as we find out who's going to have the lead going into our break.
Dan Jones, you just won a giveaway for my sorrow. So, congratulations. I gift you my sorrow. It's the best I could do.
Burger, does he go ahead and close these early?
He gets the point lead there. He's been very aggressive. Does close out the 18s. That is very aggressive. Thomas Weed saying, yeah, Lee Jones is a beast on the board. Yeah, if you know Lee Jones, yeah, he would be a contender in Division One. That is for sure.
Let's see. Berger continues with the trend, pointing up and then going right to it. It's going to stay right there for all of them.
That last dart, he's going to be like, I threw a smart dart. That's like he threw a smart dart and it hit a trip 5. It's like teeing it off with an iron and still going in the rough, you know?
I think one of the interesting things though with Jeremiah is that I felt like when he was playing Brett, he was keeping too many points in the game and not playing more aggressive, knowing the average difference. He's kind of taking the opposite approach here, even though the average difference is way closer between these two guys. And he's going for the more aggressive hero darts. I think that what either one of these players that move on to the finals, that's going to be the key to success. You have to shorten these legs when you're going against a significant average difference of half a mark.
Well, look at that. Boom goes the dynamite from Jeremiah Berger, and he holds up the sign himself.
That's entertaining right there. We got a question in our YouTube chat. It says, what does it mean, cricket /200? What does the 200 mean? This is good for some of you newer players that may not know this. Every once in a while, you get somebody that likes to point a little bit. That just enables them from stretching the game out too far. You can't have a 200-plus point lead. It stops you at 200. So,
yes, you get to 200 points up, and you will not be able to point. You can still throw at the points. It'll still count it as triples and all that, but that's just annoying. So it almost forces you to have to go for the win at that point in time.
It also is not as important in this format, but is more important in the PPD leagues. It prevents you from sandbagging your average or inflating your average intentionally, at least to an extent.
True. All right, Chris needs 4 17s to look at the 20s. If he hits 4 17s, does he? He's going to look now. Gonna check his yardage book.
Yeah, he's looking here. 2 big triples. Interesting time to step back.
That counted as a throw. I'm calling it. Oh, I think he took way too long there.
I agree. I don't think you can do that. I think you should have a game plan in mind before you step to the Aki. Not in the middle of it.
Savannah is PISSED'd in the next room over from me. She is not happy to be in her crib right now.
Not having it, huh?
No, and I know Mom was not happy to have her not in her crib, as she has been awake since we started the stream tonight.
We've been fairly lucky with Bryson so far. He's been pretty good about going to bed. It's just in the middle of the night he'll occasionally wake up, but
Man, Jeremiah Berger.
Another 9 mark here. 9 of them this evening so far in the CSC Division 2 third place match. How about this from Watson? Back to back.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Back to back. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was bad. That was brutal.
No, it is Armageddon out in the other rooms.
Big darts from Berger
is up to.
Closes the trip 17, and that is not good that the oldest is up too.
Nope, they are both crying.
What round are we in right now? That is a question to be asked.
reaching 1,000 points each. Round 12.
Only
Gonna be
round
13.
12. Wow. And we're already into the thousands on one of our players here. But opportunity to just go 1, 2, 3, close on the 16s.
Add to the 20s first. Now 16s. There goes the 16s. Big dart.
Bulls or 15s. And then back up to the 20s with that last dart. I don't know. I guess either way. I mean, if he would have stayed on the 15s, it's not any value. Just trying to kind of catch up.
Back up to the points. Nope, he stayed there. That might cost him here. Chris won't be able to do both things, but if he gets it, if he throws the first two in the trip 15, he's probably going to stab the 20s. And then it's just a bowl race. Oh, he did look for it.
I love that shot in that situation. I mean, I would rather take a 5-3 bull race than a 7 or 8-3 bull race if possible, and that's what Jeremiah Berger's going to leave him right here.
Yeah, of course, doing the very smart thing and pointing, forcing Chris to throw at the bull. See if he tries to take away the 20s here. Nope, stays on the bull. I like the move.
Yeah, so Berger just needing the 3 bulls here to go ahead and go into our break 4-3 ahead.
That's a great second dart. Oh, boy. Not winning darts for Chris Watson, though. However, he sure can make this an interesting game. 5 or 6 will do.
We'll see. I think he knows he's putting a little bit too much pressure on him now. And he knows that he can't do it here, so.
Four of them will not be enough. However, that was very, very well done from Chris Watson. So, do we head to the break with Maya Berger up 4-3? Yes, we do. Much better start for Jeremiah Berger. Would you say the start that he needed?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, this is definitely a back and forth battle. Could go any way here as we look to find our finalist right after this quick break. Have a listen to our interviews featuring both players, Will Stuart, Sean Green, Nick Dichiria. We'll be right back with more.
Don't go anywhere, guys.
My name is Chris Watson. I play out of Bull Shooters in Phoenix, Arizona, and the vendor is Troy Vending.
Well, bar darter Chris Watson, welcome back to the CSC Challenger Series. As I'm sure everybody watching along has seen your face quite a few times if they've been a fan of this show. That being said, you've done more interviews with me than any other player. What advice would you give someone doing their first interview with me?
Just be yourself. Don't be nervous. The questions I get asked or you get asked are like legit, honest questions. I've probably met a lot of people across the country just from how I interacted with you. And I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not putting up any fakeness or anything like that. So just be yourself. Don't be nervous. and have fun with it, because you don't get these experiences a lot.
Jeremiah Berger stayed in the winner's bracket for most of his CSC experience. You've done quite the opposite approach. You have spent more time in the loser's bracket than anybody else, but it seems to work out. How do you plan to come out on top once again?
I'm playing pretty good. Daryl Cortez, it was a hell of a match. But if you noticed, I'll go with the Mike Maloney saying all stats matter. And if you look at from the start of the season, even though I lost, it's just another match. If I lose, great. If I don't, I'm going to keep running it. And now I'm probably playing the best I have all season. So it's going to be a tough match tomorrow, but I got my game on right now.
If there's one player you could call to play heads up, who would that be and why?
I'd probably call out, I'm going to say 2 people, and I'll give 2 reasons why. Daryl Cortez, because what has transpired in our relationship the past year, he's a good guy and we battle hard. We are both great players. I think our style is totally opposite. So I have the ability to play my way without him trying to pick up the pace on me. It's not a call out. It's just a fun little stab. And of course, Mike Carter. Mike Carter is the guy in Arizona. Mike Scarborough is a guy in Arizona. We're all good people. We're all good players. But yeah, probably Mike Carter.
And then anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, anybody else watching along?
Yep. I want to thank everybody again for the continued support. I try my best to get back into the streams and comment, or just know that I pay attention to everybody who's commenting, whether it's negative or bad. It's okay. That's how I grow as a person and a player. Thank my closest friends, Brad and Rainer, who come out to warm up, and Mike Bates and Bullshooters for giving me this platform, and of course TOC, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. So.
Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. The Bar Darter is taking on Maya Berger in our 3rd place Division 2 match. We wish you nothing but the best of luck.
This is Chris Watson, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
I'm Jeremiah Berger, playing out of Union Lake Eagles, and I shoot for Motor City Darts.
Well, Maya Berger, welcome back. We knew it wouldn't be long till we see you again, as last time you had a doozy of a match against Brett Hollanday in the king seat here. How'd you feel coming off that match?
After the end of it, I felt all right. Obviously, I started out not like I needed to, and he came out hot. He had a little down there when I started playing well. Then obviously you've seen the last game, he came back how he started out and took care of his business, but I made it interesting towards the end.
Now, you said you started slow there. Let's say you do come out on top for tonight's match and you end up getting the play and begin in the finals. Do you feel like you're going to change up your strategy at all?
I don't think it was a strategy thing as much to start out. I was hitting a lot of trip wires, trip neighbors, and I was a little frustrated. And sometimes that's hard to come back from. You get frustrated early, it's tough to come back from when the guy's playing like that against you.
Well, while you stayed in the winners bracket for most of your CSC experience, Chris Watson's taken the opposite approach, making his 2nd deep run through the losers bracket, and now you two are about to go face to face tonight. How are you going to best the previous champion of Division 2?
I'm just going to stick with what I always stick with. I got to start out better, obviously. He's had the pressure on him knowing it's lose or go home. I've had the other luxury for a little while, but now we're both in the same boat, so I think it should come out pretty well for both of us. It should be a good show.
If you could call out any player to play heads up, who would that be and why?
I guess I get to play a lot of some of the top talent. I get to shoot against Maloney and Millar and all that. But as fun goes, I'd probably call out Brian Henry or my brother-in-law, Tony Stevenson.
That would be a fun matchup to watch. Is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Just thanks for the continued support. The kids are always at home trying to stay up late before school so they can watch the match that night. Last week they got to watch it on Friday, but it's still come out the same. They knew the outcome before they got to see it, but they were in shock on how I got there because I was down so much to start. So the kids are always messaging, wanting to play before I go and all that. So definitely the family and also Motor City with all their continued support.
Well, I hope the kids brought extra caffeine because it's going to be a late night show for tonight's matchup. We wish you nothing but the best of luck in your third place match.
I'm Jeremiah Berger, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Yep. Here we go once again. Sean's dying laughing in the background as I thought we were hot and ready to go. I started going in my spiel, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!"
Are we live
Oh.
now?
Yeah, we live. It's our common comeback here as we get back underway with the Jeremiah Berger Chris Watson match. So far, 4-3 scoreline in favor of the Michigan man, Jeremiah Berger.
Yeah, you love the support that he has in the background, the signs.
Well, I love everybody except one person.
No.
That ugly Brian Henry guy.
I love Brian Henry. We all love Brian Henry.
I don't know.
Such a nice guy. He doesn't say a mean thing.
He's got a face.
Brian Henry's the best.
He's got a face I kind of want to punch as he just found out we're talking about him, and now he goes to the chat here. Beautiful.
Brian, just know that Will sucks, and Sean is awesome because his statements are true. Hey, here is Chris Watson talking about support. We got Brad in the background. We got Heather Fuller's going to be there somewhere, I'm sure. I like Brad almost voodoos the darts. It's like he's helping him throw them himself. Well, that is a close up.
Oh, yes. Look at that ugly mug. I love it. I hope he looks down and notices himself and goes, ah.
With that sound, too?
Yes, exactly. A scary start there for Chris. Not the ideal go as he only gets one single mark.
Yeah, he'll just look down and there it is. All right, Chris Watson. Jaden Alvarado saying, I smell the burgers cooking. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
Could be both. Watson, 7 marks, the 19s there.
That really could go either way. Burgers cooking, as in, man, I just don't, I don't know. I'm along there with you. But Burger's looking for gold here. Big triple.
Alicia Henry saying, that's my dad. I love it.
All good and fun, right?
No, you just made fun of her dad. Wow, I hope you feel terrible. Made fun of a kid's dad.
A kid's dad.
Jeremiah Berger, 20s.
Yeah, needs to. Does he take a shot? I think he'll stay.
He did stay. We'll get the timing down eventually on that bad boy.
Nick's somewhat hard at work gathering that one for us.
All right. Maya needs the triple. Not going to get it. It's got to be frustrating.
I'm surprised he got the last, honestly. That was a battle to kind of fight through that one, but was able to do it.
I think
Good 6.
I think Eric Larson said it great there. Compared to Monday's match, feels like this has kind of dragging, but they're both throwing around or above their average, and that's exactly like the difference. Is like we get so spoiled with some of those matches, but I mean, let's be honest, these guys are throwing pretty great darts, staying in the high fours for most of this and battling it out. And high four is no shabby average. I mean, we used to see some even lower averages at the start of the CSC, and nowadays the skill and the expectations for everybody just seems to keep getting higher.
Well, you also see like, just to be flat out honest with it, when you were looking at Gates and Ram, those are very quick players, and these guys are mechanical, mathematical. They kind of that's how they play darts. So they both have that same style of play. So that's why we're seeing kind of this. You're kind of right in that dragging mentality, but they're just so alike that they're just battling every step of the way.
Take a look at it. Nope. Double 2 is what that just registered on Dart 3. That's not correct. That was weird. It looked like it was in the trip 4, but
I will say their operator was there earlier, tweaking the board for them and trying to dial everything in. I saw them pulling tips out and calibrating. So hopefully that'll sort itself out there. But both of these operators, Troy Vending and Motor City, are very much on top of their boards.
those darts, it was a surprise from Jeremiah Berger. I was surprised he did not take a look at the 18s there in the last dart. As Chris takes the point lead again.
Doing some quick math here, Sean.
How quick?
Not very quick. Let's just be honest with you. I
was
say
waiting.
quick
I was like, oh, he did quick math.
for a change, Will. Just keep it going. Still not dead yet. Okay.
Man, this is just back and forth. Round 8. They are still on the 20s and 18s. So pay attention here. If this continues to go back and forth for much longer, this could very easily turn into a round out scenario. Or a scenario, which is probably kind of preferred.
All right. So right now, before the break,
Yes, sir.
it was a 4.85 for Jeremiah Berger, 4.56 for Chris Watson.
Okay.
Averages going into this match. 4.51 for Chris, 4.42 for Jeremiah. So
Interesting. Big darts there from Chris Watson, though. And that might get it closer to maybe possibly finishing out this leg. Trip 17's needed, not hit. See how aggressive Chris wants to be. I'm going 17s.
my word. Did you notice that girl on the right hand side of the Aki? On the right hand side of Chris there?
I did not.
Take a gander next time she comes up there in the Converse. How like insanely open her stance is.
Okay.
Like insanely open. All right, Chris, kind of taking a second here, getting his mind right.
Turn around every
Now and then. As we all started singing in the background here with you.
Well, I appreciate that. Oh boy, gonna bail. Go to the 18s. Yeah, great. Now the girl is all anyone can look
I
for.
forgot it was a mixed doubles. I forgot it was mixed
Yeah.
doubles. So she got some
And now
turns
it's
here.
Maya who's gonna throw, and now not gonna be there.
There you go.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's like a bowling finish.
Yeah.
It's closed. That's closed, isn't it? Or is that
Close. Yeah, it's kind of hard to kind of, I guess, finagle that one. Yeah, I guess it would be a close rather than an open.
Eric? You know that sounded great. I don't even have to hear it back to know that sounded great. The harmony was perfect. I was president of my show choir. I should know.
We definitely were not making fun of her, by the way.
No.
We were just saying it's. I mean, when you see a unique stance or a unique throw, you gotta point that out.
That was a huge shot there from Jeremiah Berger. Puts a lot of pressure on Watson here. Because that best case scenario, he has a 4 bull race if he doesn't take this out.
Oh. This could be the moment.
Yeah, I could kind of take this over here and extend this to a 2-leg advantage.
Nope.
Big double with that last, but not gonna happen.
The double's just an extra stab in the heart, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
of course I hit the double on the third dart. So Chris, 1 bowl will tie it back up. There it is. That was a battle. 4.68 to a 4.69. Holy Toledo.
And once again, we're tied back up.
All right. Wednesday night, Division 2 is brought to you by A2ZDarts.com. And they are sponsoring a live stream giveaway tonight. Don't forget. Oh, almost ready to depart. A to Z is giving away the winner's choice of any custom CSC jersey design. They are featuring the brand new Boom Goes the Minnesotan. You may choose any CSC branded design or any of the other Boom Goes the Dynamite jerseys. Tonight's raffle winner will get to personalize their jersey with a name, choose their preferred collar type, and pocket type, if any. Just leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button. Who do you have in this match? Where are you tuning in from? Hit that share button to let everyone else know. Free jersey up for grabs. Come on now.
Hey, who doesn't love that? A little free jersey action. I mean, that's actually a pretty big little giveaway for this evening. Let's not lie about that. That's a
good one.
That's a good one this evening from A to Z Darts. So we want to appreciate them for sponsoring this season. We
And I'm
hope
not
you
gonna
all
lie.
enjoy that as well.
I'm not going to lie. The Boom Goes the Dynamite jersey, the original design, makes you look at least 10 pounds skinnier.
It still holds, man. It still holds up. Beautiful, beautiful jerseys coming out from Magic Wear. Love it. Well, big trip 19 and a 20 there from Chris, but
Maya coming out strong.
Maya's going to go ahead and close out these 19s, you feel. I do it right off the bat. Why not? Maybe take a stab at the 18s or 17s as well, or even back to points, just to make it hurt that much more.
Maya does have a little bit of movement to his throw, which is interesting.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, it's definitely no John Henderson.
No, for sure.
But there is a little bit of movement.
Chris, you're not going to see much movement at all out of him.
Yeah, pretty standardy. I would love to have kind of a little bit better angle here, but that downward angle, I almost assume that he's just a little bit forward in his stance, whereas his elbow is going to be in front of his toes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he and I don't know if you notice, he rolls the dart out of his hand. He
Mhm.
kind of like has like a Matt Graff follow through, only he extends that follow through out to the finish. It's very interesting. Whereas normally you'll see either like a push, like Jeremiah's is kind of a push out, where he just extends all of his fingers towards the target, or you tend to see the basketball shot, the free throw shot, follow through. Just a little bit more interesting out of Chris, but it works. He loves 18s with it. Most of the time.
Blew it, as Nick says in the background.
Most of the time.
This is certainly starting to get a little scrappy here between these two guys.
And you know what? That favors Maya so much. He loves these scrappy knockout, drag out matches. Loves them. Remember, he's played in 3 last leg deciders in 5 matches.
And I'm gonna be honest,
Won them
just kind of reading. I mean, granted, Berger's doing the same thing, but Watson just seems to. The pressure keeps on increasing for him, but then he just steps up and does this.
Boom goes the dynamite.
See, that right there was so confusing to me because it looked like he was having a moment of like, oh no, like a pressure situation there. And it looked like it was almost getting to him. And then he just relaxes, steps back to the Aki. 1, 2, 3, exactly what he needs to do. Forces it on Berger, and Berger goes ahead and collects just three singles.
Let's see if you can get a big 8 mark here.
You see him, no rush.
He just wants us to sing again.
Could feature quick ad space next week if we wanted to in between.
Do the John Pilgrim.
There's a good shout out to John.
We know. It was only an NDA in Vegas. We get it.
And it's really it's not like we're not like dogging on him by any means. It's everybody's strategy.
Nope. We were dogging on him.
I guess whatever.
Love
I
you,
do play
John.
I do
You
play
deserve
a little bit quicker than most, but
You were Patrick Kent laying it up. That's what you were doing.
okay, here's a good. Well, I guess I can't say that. No, I guess I can't say that. Because he just got done playing Jeremiah Berger, being Brett Hollanday. I was going to ask you your thoughts on how Brett Hollanday could play with these individuals, but we just saw him in the King Seat match, and Brett just didn't care because he threw so well.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Not at all. And he walks back and forth too. Like that's just part of his routine, and he'll just walk further back, you know. I wish that like his bar would set up a red carpet for him with like roped off just for his like walkway. I think that'd be hilarious. But But yeah, I don't think it's going to bother any of the players. The remaining players in Division 2 are deliberate. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
John Pilgrim in the chat. And Brandon Neal.
Someone had to give him a quick text if he wasn't in the chat already. How about this? Over 500 viewers right now on all our platforms. Definitely appreciate you folks joining us this evening for our Division 2 third place match in the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. How about that? Nice solid 6 there from Jeremiah.
Yeah, the Maloney double into the smart play triple. So in control of making it 5-4. We've stayed chalk the entire way ever since leg number 1 that was broken by Jeremiah Berger. That's why he has the 1 leg advantage currently. However, Chris Watson never has to break Jeremiah's throw to win the match, as long as he wins the ditto in the last leg decider.
Did you see that comment from Gina? She says, yeah, Brett Holiday not only owns the bar, but he's also a carpet installer. He should get himself the red carpet.
I don't think good ideas should go to waste, Gina.
Listen, just tell him we'll set up in the corner. We'll do a live feed directly from the bar. He won't mind, will he, with us chirping his ear?
Sometimes good ideas and opportunities come together. I think those are moments you got to take advantage of in life, One more bullseye. Uh-oh. Needs it. Got it. 4.45 in that leg. 5-4 lead for Jeremiah Berger. Just continues to hold his throw. Why do I feel like this is meant in the best way possible? Chris is kind of just he's a snake in the grass. He's just waiting for that explosive 6-5,
Yeah.
The one leg where just the maximum firepower comes out of him.
Well,
and it's against the throw, and he regains control of the whole match.
That's what I mentioned. He felt like I sensed like he was feeling pressure there. Like, oh no, I'm in that moment of, make or break here. And I mean, last time I was thinking about it, he stepped up and hit a 9 mark. So there is definitely a thin line between, is it pressure or is it him focusing down and hitting those pressure darts?
Oh, this is where they're both tunnel visioned. It's not about who's behind them. Chris has turned around and he's like at the table, right? But he's not looking at anyone. He's looking down. Adjusting his darts, his flights, but he just doesn't want to watch whatever Jeremiah does. And Jeremiah's the same way. You see him off camera there. He's kind of moving around a little bit more often. Maybe he ran to the bathroom real quick.
I will say for Chris Watson in particular here, one of the big things is I know just from talking to him again, chance to get to know him, how badly he wants to be the first 2-time winner in Division 2. I know that's something that while he tries not to think about during the match, is something that is on his mind in some way or another. And it's hard not to weigh on you. And I feel like he has more to lose in this match than Jeremiah Berger does, as someone that is trying to get to the finals for the first time.
I don't know. I just feel like Chris has been here already. He's had to do it so much more, even this season, that I just don't think there's any pressure whatsoever on him. I know we heard that in the interviews. I believe him. The one thing that he said about the interviews that you would, as advice, he would give anyone that's being interviewed for the first time is to be honest. He's always honest. He's talked about being nervous sometimes. He's talked about not being nervous. He's shown he's not nervous, So It's not going to be that wins this or loses this. I think both players are seasoned veterans in this, and it's going to come down to just who times their darts correctly. You know.
Good question coming in here from Will Wallace. Are we seeing more doubles being thrown just to despise you? I don't
nope.
think. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it is necessarily that.
Unfortunately, I have to be honest and say that after talks with Mike Maloney, mainly, I agree with his strategy on why he does it. He also understands my point of view, which is that there is a percentage of dart players that are going to watch him do that and think that that's the right way to shoot it. And it's just not for those level of dart players like myself. I would include in that. It's stupid for me to shoot it at a double when I can just shoot it at a triple. Most moments when you see dart players do it now, it's in a timed fashion where they just need the 2 mark to close it, or they've blocked the triple for whatever reason, and it just is hanging weird for them. So that's always fine. So yeah, that's my stance on it. There are stupid ways to do it, and it's if you go outside, I'm going to call you out for throwing a stupid dart because it goes outside the double. If it goes inside and hits it, or if it goes inside on the single, cool, fine. You threw it the right way.
For me, I think it's we're seeing the game develop and change. I mean, we're seeing our cricket strategies change now in this CSC Challenger Series, both steel and soft strategies changing. But I think we're also seeing the game of 501 change overseas and now here, where people are utilizing double doubles as outs, and people are starting to change their cricket strategy into utilizing doubles because how often are you practicing doubles? Do you often practice those? You should practice them a lot if you're playing 01. At least that's my mentality, being more of a steel tip guy. But how about this here? Jeremiah has put himself in a good position to make this a two-leg difference here. Our first two-leg difference of the match.
Dan, we have already backed up Brad here, and I'm going to continue to do so. Brad's the type of person I want in my corner, cheering me on. The fact that he's so intensively into it, I'm all in for that all the time.
Oh yeah,
and I know
definitely.
Chris is too. Chris isn't bothered by it at all. There's where it's no problem. Brad, you keep being Brad. We've seen him chest pump. I like the chest pump idea. That was good. How about 5 bulls there from Chris Watson? Just when you think he's out of a leg, he's like, knock, knock. Hi. I'm still here, just in case you want to miss. I'll be right here, just waiting.
We'll see if he does miss. Right now, all his eyes were on points.
Uh-oh. Let's see what type of chess move Chris is going to make here. I knew it. Oh, that was a double 2 is what it gave dart 3, and I don't think that was that a bull?
It was low.
It was
yeah,
low.
it was low.
It was not a double 2, that's for sure. And Maya just a little bit stressed on these throws right now. He's starting to become a bit of a bad electrician, just wiring outside the bull.
All
Oop.
Oh man, yeah, little flip of the dart there.
Yeah, but you would say so yourself. That's a sign that you're comfortable, right?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. I mean, there's definitely situations where you just kind of stumble or whatever, but
Wow.
I don't mind dropping a dart. It means I'm relaxed.
Well, look at that. There is the arm length extension for Jeremiah Berger. Breaks his Watson's throw again. Now Chris does have to break the throw. So Chris will get the start here. Here we go. I'm wondering what they were saying.
Me
A little
too. It
bit
looked like some
interesting.
kind of exchange. They were definitely talking about something like going on. I'm not sure what it was.
Interesting. Well, the Michigan man up 6-4. I'm going to be honest. Maya has impressed me this evening.
He's been playing really, really well. 4.85 going into the break. Since then, it's been a 4.69, a 4.45, a 4.66.
Well, look at that. Pulls dart 3, but he's going to
Timely
start
6 mark.
playing. Yeah, he's going to start playing this game. And I like the switch to this game for Chris Watson. Extend out the length of this match. Point.
Yeah, good moment to change it up.
Like now it's fine. Yep. Good old trip for Singh there on dart 3. But Maya forced to go 18s or 17s. Looking down at the 17s first. Aborts that mission.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm hard pressed to believe that this is going anything else except all the way. Just from the way this is shaping up, the intensity of these players' emotions a little bit here, and how serious they are and how driven they are. I really would be surprised if this happens any other kind of way.
Well, that's a good third dart there from Chris. That's a little bit more of a gutsy dart. That could have easily brought Maya back into this leg.
Certainly a scrappy affair here. I mean, this is one that's going to be. I mean, we potentially could see another 45 minutes of action here.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, back and forth, man. It's entertaining. Thought Watson was signing an autograph there real quick. I was like, what are you doing there, man?
Chris just okay. I'll just close. Doing what he needs to do. Just following Maya. Maya needs a couple of 9 marks to really do anything before Chris can just go close, close, close. Yep, there we go again. All right, close on dart 2, 15s. Big darts. Dakota asking a good question. I'm going to leave that one up to Will to answer. Seems like Maya continues leaning further forward every dart this leg. Curious if this is decreasing his accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, it very well could. The further you lean forward, the more you have to arch your dart to get it back in place. MVG had issues with that. Michael Van Gerwen had issues with that a couple years ago, whereas he wasn't quite releasing his dart where he should. He was leaning in a little bit too much. So yeah, could develop into an issue here. We're seeing it kind of be an issue right now. He's 3.29 and he's really showing some aggression now. That's not good. Chris can take advantage here and get this leg, possibly the next one.
Well, this would just be a hold to throw. He would have to break the throw of Maya to make sure we get to a last leg decider. Just needs to break it once, though. Dan asking, as of now, who wins, Sean? I'm going to say Maya. Maya at this point. If this goes to a last leg decider, which I think it does, Maya's 3 for 3. and last leg deciders this season. There's something to be said about that. Whoop.
There is, Chris, a little bit of a jump forward there. That's
Slide
correct.
to the back. All right, 3.81's a bit scrappy there in round number, leg number 11. So we head to leg number 12, 6-5. This is where the legs become very important, right? Can Chris Watson break the throw of Jeremiah Berger? He needs to once.
I don't know, man. This is a tough one to guess. It's anyone's game right now. These guys are just back and forth, back and forth.
Well, I mean, they feed off each other so much, you know?
I was literally just about to say the same thing. I think they're feeding off each other with their throws and with how they're throwing tonight. I think we're seeing a little bit more of a pause from Chris because Jeremiah pauses more. I think that's what we're seeing this evening.
It's almost like they're playing defensive darts
Mm-hmm.
and waiting for the other person to take stabs at things.
Because this is definitely the slowest we've seen Chris go. It's almost every throw he's kind of sitting there and taking a couple seconds before he steps to the throw line. Usually when he throws and plays, I mean, it's maybe a handful of times that he does that, maybe 10 max.
I can tell you, when I play remote singles, I am one of those guys who, as soon as that third dart hits the board of my opponent, I'm walking to the line, and like going through my routine. And as soon as that game screen changes, I'm throwing the first dart. This is not my pace of play. I would settle into this, of course. I'd be fine with it because I don't really care what's happening when my opponent has the time. And it's not like it matters. It's not changing the time that it takes it to switch the screen for me. But this is just, they're definitely being more deliberate, and I'm okay with that. And you're going to see Brett does the same thing next week.
I think you're right. I'm kind of one of those players where right about now I'm stepping the line, getting ready, and I'm setting up, and I'm ready to throw right about here.
Yep. And every once in a while you're like, it's a low ton. Let me wait an extra 5 seconds.
I think grabbing a drink or whatever, but nothing wrong with it. A little bit more drawn out this evening. Still an entertaining match nonetheless. Averaging over, well, we're averaging over. We may be just about averaging what we normally do for the CSC between these two individuals. I think Jeremiah's a little bit above.
Yeah, I mean, they're both not, like, that is still the crazy part, is that they're both throwing their average.
Mm-hmm.
There's no drop off at all between these players. It's just they're so knockout, drag out every single leg that it's just back and forth. You lose track of that. And Chris is taking off the hat. So if you guys are seeing a glare into your screen now, just know that is the reason why. Maya doing his job in this leg. Dan Jones asking a good question, Will. Can the winner double dip Brett Hollanday, you think?
That is an awfully tough task, the way Brett is playing. I think Brett's going to do some work next week from from what I'm thinking, I think this is going to be Brett's year just to win this CSC. I'll just leave it there.
It's hard to see with just how much better he's been than everyone else. He's been dominant this CSC season in Division 2. There's no other way to kind of put it. So unless he hits some sort of weird spell or something, which I don't see happening at all, I just don't see it happening. However, both these guys are going to make his life miserable next week and push him to throw his best starts that he's thrown this CSC season. That is also part of my forecast, but I just think he'll live up to it.
I got a hot take here on this one, actually. And I personally believe either one of these players, Jeremiah Berger, Chris Watson, going against each other, either one has the ability to come on top, out on top tonight. They're just both around the same level. They're both playing great. They're both very focused. And I kind of expect this to go distance, right? But that being said, I think if Chris Watson advances, he has a much better shot of beating Jeremiah Berger just by style of play. And I think that would be the difference. Or excuse me, Brett Hollanday.
Yeah. You're good.
So I do believe that that would be the big difference maker. Is I think that Chris Watson does have the better chance against Brett just from style of play. Doesn't mean that Jeremiah couldn't do it, but it's a tall task for either one of these guys regardless.
Well, got to get through this one first. Chris Watson down 5-7 to Jeremiah Berger. Does Chris' streak end at 7 in a row? Can you win that 8th? He knew exactly how many he won. Boom goes the dynamite when he had to win season 1 or season 2 of Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series. When he was the bar darter. He's still the bar darter, but he was very much more the bar darter then. Now he's a very well-known bar darter, to say the least.
Just to give you boys some, and you folks in the chat, current averages right now, Chris Watson, 4.40, Jeremiah Berger, 4.58.
They dropped down a little bit.
They have dropped down a little bit, but currently still above. Well, Jeremiah is above his current averages, which was a 4.42, and Chris has dropped below his current CSC average for the season.
Yeah, I'm sure Maya's been happy with the way he's thrown so far. Like that right there was not anger. That was like fired up, like it's right there on the wire. I'm throwing well. Let's go. More than anything, he's trying to push Chris as hard as he can. Chris just comes out, well, with a 3 in the bed to start off the leg. That makes it difficult, you know?
Makes it a little tough, doesn't it?
Daniel James Brooks saying, it's past my bedtime, but I can't stop watching. You and me both. Of course, if I do, that's more of a problem. Boom goes the dynamite.
Speaking of, are you working
Jeremiah
tomorrow?
Berger.
Are you working tomorrow there, bud?
I am. Yep.
What time do you fly out?
Flight leaves at 6:41.
Ooh. Well, you're gonna have to pretty much rush to the airport then, huh?
Yep, I'll have an Uber waiting for me for when school ends. Just leave my car in the parking lot at school.
Why not? 5 mark from Berger, and he gives a yell there.
Oh yeah, I love it. I can't tell you I'm excited to fly in to New York at the time I'll be flying in. Like that early evening.
You're flying
Always
into
beautiful.
You're flying into New York?
Yeah, to LaGuardia.
Oh.
It's only a 45-minute drive.
Why would you do that, Sean?
That's the time that flights worked.
Yeah.
In place that the flight worked. unfortunately. I didn't do it on purpose.
I'm gonna say I think I'm Newark, so I'll probably just take the train. How about
Mhm.
this? How about that?
Big darts from Maya Berger. Cooking up some 9 marks.
There is getting a lot of them now.
And this is pressure. This is as much pressure as Chris has been under.
This battle right here in the match between the 17s and 16s is probably one of the most pivotal moments that we're going to see in this match.
And he's wiring into the neighbors. The field goal is good, but it doesn't feel good. And will all the hard work, he's throwing a 6.4 currently in the leg. Will it pay off right here? Looks like it might. It looks like it might. 7 marks. I cannot believe he didn't take a look, but I am okay with the move.
Thinking the same there, Sean. Thinking the same. Take a look there, bud. But I think he's just trying to. We're starting to see some aggressive, like, put your back against the wall moments here.
Well, Sean McHugh darts says evening all. Sean checking in here. Scotland, 4:15 a.m. Well, good morning.
Love that. Do want to make my way up to Scotland while in the UK, but I don't know if it's going to happen, unfortunately.
Oh, well, we're all crying for you. All right, Chris Watson. Not jealous or anything. Got to look at the 15s. This is a big moment.
That it is. Got to find something of value. It does open up those 15s. Got to find more.
That's a double 2 at registered, and it's a trip 15.
Yep, he needs to.
Yep. Yep, they're backing it up.
He's letting him know. He made sure to go ahead and see. So
That darn double 2 made its dirty appearance one more time.
that it did. It was and we all saw it too. Nice solid trip 15 there. Good
Yep.
last dart for Watson. Solid 6. And that's going to take a little second. I like Berger's, he's been staying true to his throw. Sit there, take a second, but especially there.
See if he looks. He's looking at the 7s, I guess. I thought he was going over the 15s. I was wrong.
The fact that he didn't shoot the 5 mark there, I mean, you only need the first dart trip to get ahead. I know it's not ideal in the bull race to keep it 4-3 when your opponent's so good, but I think you have to take that opportunity here, especially when you're ahead in the match.
All right, let's see what Chris can do on the 15s. There's the
Big
point
hit.
lead. He'll
Big
look.
hit.
Nope, he doesn't.
Oh. I don't know there, Sean. I don't know.
Man, I think Zach wants for his birthday is a hero shot. That's all I'm saying. Happy birthday, Zach Golden, saying, can I get a birthday shout out? Absolutely. Happy birthday, buddy. And happy birthday, Jeremiah Berger, whenever that may be. 8 marks it at the right time. Big darts, big moments. It's about to be 8-5 unless something crazy happens, man.
He needs one bull here to leave himself an outshot.
Well, very early birthday then, Sandy. You make sure he gets that wish from me.
Chris needs to hit one bull here at least to leave himself an outside chance.
Nope. But you were absolutely right there, Nick.
Thanks, Sean.
Did they not hear you?
No, they heard me. I just want to say thank you.
Sometimes, yeah. Dan asking me how would I do against these guys? Then asked Will the same question. Terribly for me. That's been established. Will would actually hold his own for the most part.
I don't know. I don't play soft enough. I think that would be my detriment is when it comes down to like these longer formats. I think I would hold my own for at least a little while.
Well, Jeremiah to make it 8-5. Move to within one leg of a rematch with Brett Hollanday, and he double bulls the first dart. 5.52. That was a heck of a time for another break of throw. Can Chris win 3 in a row? He only gets to go first once. That's tough.
If there was a person to do in Division 2, though, I wouldn't count Chris Watson out by any means. It's a tall task, especially with Jeremiah Berger throwing his best starts of the match right now. But Chris Watson knows when to focus and knows when to hit that higher gear.
Well, there is a higher gear. Big 180. 9 mark to start it off. 120 points. Boom goes the dynamite. Right out the gates again for Chris Watson. Guys, do not forget to leave a comment in our chat. Hit that like button. A to Z Darts is sponsoring a live stream giveaway. Tonight, A to Z Darts is giving away the winner's choice of any custom CSC jersey design. They are featuring the brand new Boom Goes the Minnesotan. You may choose any CSC branded design or any of the other Boom Goes the Dynamite series jerseys. Tonight's raffle winner will get to personalize their jersey with a name, choose the preferred color type, and pocket types, if any. Again, just leave a comment in our chat. Hit that like button. Does Maya win this thing? What's the final score? Does Chris make one final comeback? Do or die time. Where he's been for the last 6 weeks.
That is the question. What's going to happen here? Will we see Maya win this, or will Chris Watson stomp back with authority?
Brian Henry saying Maya's looking really good tonight. I would agree with that. Those signs would look really good on my wall. I'm just saying. Still just, just holding out hope.
I wager to say when if we ever get the Motor City champion for either division, we get the sign signed, framed, make a whole deal out of it.
What? Yes, Brian, that's what I appreciate about you. Make way, Wall.
I better get one of the two. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, sure. Sure, Nick. I'll make sure you get one.
Oh, sorry, fellas. Got some unfortunate news for tomorrow's flight, as now I'm delayed. So, whoopty. Here,
Well, don't bring that negativity on me, okay?
I'm sorry. Couldn't help it. Jeremiah, big trip 17 there, looking for another. And if he did have another, he was going to take a stab. I think he said something back there.
Rosafis in the chat saying, "Come on, Travolta, pick it up." I believe referring to Chris Watson. I love the call back there. Nicely done. Yep, has to get rid of the 17s there. Tough move, but now it can be stolen from Jeremiah, or he can just use the clean wedge of the 15s. What do you like doing here, Will?
Depends on, I guess how I'm feeling. I mean, I think the 15s is a good option, but it just depends on how I'm feeling in the match at that moment.
I always know it's the dumb shot, but I always like just like stealing it, being like, haha, that was wasted for you. But then it always ends up feeling wasted for me, you know?
Yeah.
What an opportunity for Berger here. Not going to happen, though. A white horse would have been monumental.
He can stay there now. He does. Big trip again. And again, he's making life difficult on Chris. Chris still with the high ground. That's a big dart. Boy. Point lead, Maya. How aggressive.
This is getting scary. Jeremiah Berger trying to be the first person to ever beat Chris Watson on stream.
Rusty, thanks for watching along. Guys, thanks for hitting that like button, hitting that share button for us. Let everybody know we are live here. CSC Challenger Series Division 2.
That's a
brought to
great
you by
start.
Partners Promoting Darts. Big darts again by Jeremiah Berger.
And don't forget, A to Z Darts is featuring the Gerwin Price Thunder Special Edition Barrel as their April Dart of the Month. Receive a free Iceman jersey with select Gerwin Price Dart purchases. 1 jersey per order. Click the banner on their homepage to browse the Iceman signature line. You can also shop this year's Premier League player products from 4 different manufacturers. A to Z combined products from all 8 of the players featured on their website to make it easier for you to support your favorite pro. Just click the banner on their homepage over at atozdarts.com and look at Jeremiah here. He's got some energy going. Oh, look at Brian Henry.
They threw up the rock star sign there in the background. And he hits the 7. Wow. My goodness, are they fired up? And Chris Watson, it's not looking good. The bar darter might be darted out. Does walk in a double bowl on the last one. But Jeremiah Berger, 3 bowls will do it. Next Wednesday, decides to go points, and then bowls the last one. Nicely done. Chris, of course, going to throw a hat trick here. Maybe close the 15s on dart 3. Tried to. I'm okay with it. But here we go. Jeremiah Berger, 2 bowls. Rematch with Brett Hollanday in the finals of CSC Challenger Series Division 2 next Wednesday. Gets it done. Motor City Darts is in the finals. Boom goes Motor City.
Wow.
And the bar darter, hats off to you. Congratulations. Another great run in the CSC Challenger Series. 3rd place, $1,000. I'm not that sad for you.
Big darts there from Jeremiah Berger as he's able to manage the win and break on through to the other side.
He wanted the rematch, and he's going to get the rematch with Brett Hollanday. What a match, man. I can't believe the way that it turned so quickly.
It did. It was an entertaining match all the way through. Man, how about this? We're going to get Brett Hollanday versus Jeremiah Berger next week.
I love it.
Here in our finals of CSC Challenger Series Division number 2.
How about this? This season matches up perfectly. Division 1 finals on Monday. Leonard Gates versus Mike Maloney. And then on Wednesday, Brett Hollanday versus Jeremiah Berger. I can't wait for both of those. They're both going to be awesome. It's a rematch of the King Seat match in both matches. I could easily see both of them going to double dip. I could see it.
We'll have to wait and find out next week here on USA Darts and Partners Promoting Darts Facebook and YouTube platforms. This evening for Jeremiah Berger, 4.67 was his overall MPR, so pretty good little average there. Still going to have to step his game up to take on Brett Hollanday, so.
But now it's just a little bit more, right? Now it's just a little
bit. Just a
and,
little bit.
Buddy, I'll see you tomorrow in New Jersey.
We'll see, maybe, as I get in at 10:08 to Dallas, and my flight leaves at 10:16 in Dallas. So Will's probably going to be searching for another one, and hopefully there's another one.
At night?
We'll see.
10:16.
Morning.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be fine.
So, yeah, we'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All righty, man.
Hey.
Well, we'll see you.
Hats off. Great job, Jeremiah Berger. We will see you on Monday for the finals of Division 1. Leonard Gates, Mike Maloney.
We'll see you then, folks. That's going to be an appetizing one indeed.
Yep.
Take care. We'll see you next time. Will Stuart, Sean Green, Nick Dichiria. See you later.
Have a good night, guys.